Hello, Darthvegan here, back with another new season of Kerbal Space Program, this time with the Breaking Ground DLC. And I wanted to just jump right in there and start gathering up some science so that we can begin to utilize some of the features of the Breaking Ground DLC. So I'm just going to pop a little command pod out onto the launch pad. We're going to grab a little bit of science, and then we're going to pop over to the runway and do the same thing. And I hope that we can maybe get at least enough science to unlock some of the parts, so that we can get more science, so that we can unlock more parts, so that we can get more science, so that we can unlock more parts and try out the DLC. So with this first little bit, I got 3 science from that. That's not great, but that's a little bit. So we're going to do the same thing over here on the runway. So we're going to pop that in there. Going to launch him. If I had some sort of an experiment, I could get a little more science. And I know you can travel all around the launch pad, not the launch pad, the space center, and you can get more science. But we're just trying to do real quick. Get as much science as we can here, and because I don't have much time, but I wanted to make the first video as soon as possible. Let's see if we can just roll off the runway here, and let me see if we can get this done here. Whoa, 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 whoa. Let's see if we can tip this over here. I don't want to destroy this vessel, but at the same time I want to roll off the runway here and see if just get out onto the shores and see what I can do there. Let's see. Oh my gosh, may not be happening for us. Whoa, 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 whoa! I am scared to death. This is gonna blow up, spinning like a top. All right, here we go. Let's flip over. Why is it? It just feels like it's going so fast. Let's turn this wheel authority down a little bit. Okay, that's a little better. That's a little better. All right. There we go. Look at that. Look at us go. Don't blow up. Don't blow up. Just get off the runway. Oh my God. I'm going to blow up. Stop it. Stop it. Oh, Kerbal. I love you. Alright. Come on. I wanted to do just a short video before work. You're ruining it. You're ruining it, Kerbal. You're running my short video before work. Okay. And there we go. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. Just spin right off of there. Spin right off of there. Spin. Spin it. Nope. Going the wrong way now. Maybe if I turn on SAS. That's the reason. That's the reason. Okay. You idiot. Okay, obviously I haven't played the game long enough to understand how SAS works. But there we go. Now we're talking. Now we're moving. Now we can get some extra science out here. I don't need this land on, please. I think this should be a new science out here. EVA, please. Hello. Oh, I can't because the hatch is blocked. There we go. EVA. Let's get a nice EVA report from KSC. That's good. All right, and then we're going to go ahead and take the data that's in there already, climb back in, get another crew report from out here, and boom, more science. More easy science. And what do we end up with from that little excursion? 16 science. Woohoo! Now, what we could do is we could come from the launch pad, we could roll the command pod all around and try to get more science, but that would be incredibly frustrating for me, so we're not going to do that. But instead, we're going to go into the... No, we don't need to assemble our vehicle yet. We need to go and unlock a little science. And we'll take a quick look at the new science parts from the DLC as well. I believe there's some new parts in basic science, maybe? No. Maybe it's electrics. Yes, the OX Stat PD photovoltaic panel for experiments on the surface of the planet. And then the GoOb-Ed monitor. It's what that you can do extended experiments on Mystery Goo. And the Probodobodine experiment control station, which has to be set up to control all of your experiments on the planet. So just not too far into the tree, we start getting some of the unlocked modules. So that's pretty cool. So I'm going to go ahead and research this, and I'll research that, and then that will give us enough, I believe, to get into orbit. So let's just go ahead and handle that just right quick. Let's get this puppy into orbit, and we will be on our way. So let's grab the decoupler. There we go. We're going to put on some fuel tanks. I believe I need probably 5 of these to make this happen. Alright, there's 5. And another decoupler. And let's pop on. Let's take a look at that and see what that gives us here. Not enough. Not nearly enough. Okay. So let's grab these guys. Pop them on there. I need about 3,800 DeltaV. Okay, so let's grab... Oh, I know what the problem is. There's no motor on this. And I got the thing on there. There we go. Now we're talking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, okay. Now we got enough juice. As a matter of fact, I might be able to take one of these canisters off. Pop that on there. Yeah. Okay. How many parts do we have? Part count 22. That's great. Alright, so let's put on some aerodynamics and get some basic fins on here just to keep us a little stabilized. Now we will need some parachutes. That's good. We've got 3 parts left. We can put on some science. Put on 2 of these Mystery Goo containers and 1 thermometer. And that should take us into orbit and get us some science as well. So we're going to name this the DVS Orbiter MK1. Now we go. Who's going to be the first test pilot? Well, Jeb, of course. Jeb is the... Uh-oh. I accidentally put on dual symmetry on that. Just need 1 of these bad little boys. Doo-doo. There we go. And... yeah. I think we're ready. Let's do it. Alright, before we do our launch, let's go ahead and go into mission control and see if we can... yeah, I figured there were some missions we could do here. And hopefully complete. We can launch our first vessel. We can escape the atmosphere. And we could probably even orbit Kerbal, but unfortunately I can't take it, so that's fine. Hopefully we will be able to orbit Kerbal. Let's take a look at our first milestone that we performed. We got an EVA test at home. Okay, performed an experiment at home, returned to the surface, recovered our first group. Great. Alright. Oops, I meant to delete that message, please. Just like so. Alright, now we're going to go to our launch and hopefully get some extra science and maybe even get into orbit. We'll see. We'll see if we get into orbit here. Alright, so turn on SAS. Get ready to launch in 3, 2, 1, launch. Now we don't have any struts on this bad boy, so it's going to be a little bit stressful getting in our gravity turn. We had launched our first vessel. That's good. Alright, and we broke into speed record. Great. Alright. So I'm going to wait till we get up to about 100 meters per second. Then I'm going to start my gravity turn over towards 90 degrees. And that should help us to perform a nice little gravity turn that hopefully won't rip our rocket apart and Jebediah will not die in a fire crash. That's the idea. Alright. Ooh, she's a wiggling. She's a jiggling. She's shaking like a salt shaker. Come on, baby. Lean over. Lean on over. I'm going to keep an eye on my apoapsis as it approaches 70,000. I'm going to kill the engines. And hopefully we can get into a position here that maximizes our fuel usage and gets us into an orbit with this amount of fuel, and let's not forget, get us back to the surface of the planet. So we have to retain a little bit of fuel to break our orbit. Otherwise we'll be stuck. Jebediah will be stuck in space until someone can rescue him. Although I guess technically you could probably, I'm going to go ahead and do my first stage there. You could probably technically use your jetpack to re-enter, but I think it might be a little bit hot for Jebediah. Ooh, we're going pretty fast through the atmo here. So let's stop right there. Hopefully we don't burn this puppy up. None of my science gets burnt up. We could probably do some science now in the upper atmosphere, but I think we'll wait till we get into space or into orbit. If we can't get into orbit, we'll at least wait till we get into space. And then we should be able to do a little bit of science and get a little more science for it. We can always get the upper atmosphere stuff next time. Alright. We are getting into position to do our orbital burn. Alright, so we want to burn right on the horizon if we can at about 15 seconds or so, 10 or 15 seconds. So let's get ready to do that burn here as we approach our apoapsis. So about 15 seconds from our apoapsis, we'll go ahead and do a full burn and see if we can pop this baby into orbit. That would be great. We got 1405 DeltaV, but we're only going 788, so I don't think we're going to make it really. But we'll give her a shot. It'll be close. It will be close, but I don't think we'll have quite enough juice to get into orbit. Maybe we will. Maybe I'll surprise me. Let's go ahead and just get a little bit closer to my apoapsis again, because we're going a little bit too high up, and I want to utilize all of our thrusts to go horizontal here. So go. There we go. Here we go. Come on, baby. Get us there. Get us there. Get us there. Oh my god, we're so close to an orbit. We're so close. I'm going to see if I can just tap it and get up to 70,000. Achieve orbit on this first flight. That would be so awesome. Oh my gosh. Come on. Yes! Orbit achieved. We have achieved a stable orbit of Kerbal, and nobody can take that away from Jebediah. Jebediah, how do you feel to be the first Kerbal in space? How do you feel, my friend? He feels fine. He's looking around the crew cockpit, and he is feeling just fine. Okay, so now the question is, how are we going to get home? Well, good question. We are going to go around the surface of the planet. I mean, we're going to go around in orbit here, and then when we get about right here to this peninsula, we'll start burning retrograde to hopefully get us low enough so that the atmosphere starts taking hold, and we can drop back down into atmosphere, slow us down, get back to the surface of the planet. That's the hope. That's the dream. That's the desire. Alright, here we go. Let's go ahead and stop right there. Stop the time warp. We are going to go to retrograde to burn against our path of travel. And we're going to burn right now. Full burn. That put me plenty of dip into the atmosphere here. So let's go ahead and put on our landing. Oh yeah. Plenty of time to get down onto the surface of the planet. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and start sliding in. We're coming in at a nice shallow angle, so we shouldn't have any problem getting too hot, I don't think. I don't think we'll be anywhere near the Space Center, unfortunately, so that's too bad. But we shall, in fact, land in the ocean, which may be a better idea anyway, because, you know, it's our first splashdown. We got to be careful. Got to be careful. All right, so let's take a look, see where our estimated landing. I'd love it if we could land on the bright side of the planet, but I don't think that's going to happen. Don't think that's going to happen. We're just cruising on in here. Haven't really hit any thick atmosphere yet. Should be after 50,000. Anyway, there we go. I'm just got to be careful because we're coming in hot and heavy. Coming in. I don't want to lose my science. Oh, I've got to do my science, you idiot. Oh, shoot. I forgot to do my science. Oh, my God. Well, I guess we're going to be doing it in upper atmosphere after all. Upper atmosphere after all. Oh, my God. What an idiot I am. I was so caught up on all the goodies of making it into orbit, I forgot to do my science while I was in orbit. My gosh. What a joker I am. Okay. Well, that's fine. We're going to go ahead and land this puppy. We're going to make it. We're going to survive. Don't you worry your pretty little head about it. I went ahead and dropped the fuel tank because I think that will allow us to slow down a little faster. I think we will have enough heat shield just built into this bad boy here to withstand re-entry. What I'm really worried about is my science blowing up because it's getting really hot. It's getting really hot. Especially the thermometers and the mystery goo. But not much I can do about it. Well, at least I think be able to yeah, we'll be on the bright side of the planet at least. So that'll be good. Come on, Jeb. Bring her in. Bring her on in, buddy. This will give us some pretty good science here. Oh yeah, we're fine now. We're fine. I escaped the atmosphere, so that's a contract complete. And I got quite a bit of money for that. That's good. First milestones, what do we get? Broken an altitude record, speed record, another altitude record, land distance record. Lots of different speed and distance and altitude records. And we reached space. Okay, and we entered orbit. Great. So, what that means is, the next time I go into orbit, I will not be an idiot, and I will do the science while I'm in orbit. Not wait till I'm re-entering the atmosphere. That was the whole point of this whole episode, was to try to get as much science as possible so that we could start using our new breaking ground parts. But, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. Let's speed up time so we can get down to the surface. And then everything will be hunky-dory, as Jebediah likes to say. Hunky-dory. Jeb? How you doing, buddy? Can we see him in there? Oh, yeah. We can see Jeb. Look at him. And he's so sweet. Okay. What does it look like from your view, buddy? Just a lot of blue sky. A lot of blue sky. And he's arrived. Okay, so before we recover this bad boy, I'm going to have him do an EVA. And he is going to take the data from that. He's going to take the data from the temperature. He is going to go ahead and jump back in. He's going to log another temperature. He's going to do the mystery goo. He's going to grab that. He's going to do another crew report. Grab that. Did I do an EVA report? I don't think I did. Let's do an EVA report. Grab that. Get back on board. And we got lots of science to recover for that mission. Not as much as if I would have not been an idiot, but we got quite a bit of science anyway. We'll see what we got ended up with here. 79 total science, 43.1. That's great. That's great. All right, and we still recovered a little bit of our parts, so that's good as well. We returned from orbit. That's great. I'm gonna go ahead and take that mission here to achieve orbit. Oh, I can't. That's unfortunate. Well, bollocks. Well, let's see. Perform the test. Activate the part through the staging sequence when all test conditions are met. You have to have a test swivel. You have to be at the launch site. That's an easy one. We'll take that one. Got some tourists. Okay, I don't like these hauling ones because they're difficult. And we will take this explore the moon, I think, as well. Yes, we will. Okay. So we got 79.8 science. That's fantastic. Let's take a look, see what we can open up with that. We can do survivability here. We get some more science. We'll take that one. We'll do this basic science here. I don't think that quite gets us where we want to go. I think the next one are these here. And we will need that experiment control station first. And that is a lofty 90 science. Okay, well, we can do basic science for 45. That gives us even more science. Or I could go ahead and get another larger fuel tank, some thumpers, and some other parts. I really don't need that to get into space. I think I'll do that, get into orbit, along with maybe these parts would get me more science as well. Or should I take this to get me... Let's do this. We're going to do this science. Okay. We're going to get more science. I could get just a tiny bit of science, and I'd be able to unlock some general rocketry after all anyway. And... Or I could go ahead and get the stability, which gives us nose cones, a better fin or a winglet, and some radial decouplers, which would also be nice. What to do. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what we're going to do first. Just in the name of science, we're going to pop out a Probidobodyne with some science on it. A Science Junior, a Press Map Barometer, a Mystery Goo, and a thermometer. And we're going to launch that bad boy. This is just straight science on the launch pad is all we're looking for here. And that will get us enough to get one more item unlocked here. Alright, so let's go ahead and observe the materials bay. We'll get that science. We'll get the pressure, take that. We'll get the temperature, we'll take that. And Mystery Goo, take that. Yep. And recover. That will give us just enough science to get something else unlocked. Alright. And then we can also do the same thing over here on the space plane hangar. We will pop him out there. And him. Oops. Nope. Just like that. Doesn't matter where it's at because it's just for good looks. Alright, we're going to launch this bad boy on the runway. And that should give us more science. And then bada bing, bada boom. Rich in science. Okay. Got some runway science. And some pressure. And some temperature. And some Mystery Goo. Boop. Beautiful. How much science was that now? That might be enough to even do a whole nother... Well, not quite. Let's see what we got. Got 52. We can go ahead and do general rocketry. And then we'll do stability. And there we go. Perfect. Alright, so now next episode we can assemble a much better rocket from the vehicle assembly building, and we could probably go ahead and upgrade our launch pad for just 50,000. And probably want to go ahead and do that actually now. It increases our vehicle size and our vehicle weight. How much to do the vehicle assembly building? 225,000. Yikes. Alright. So we're going to be very strongly hampered by our part count. Alright. But we'll go ahead and do the launch pad. So it has now been upgraded. And the tracking station, how much for it? Yay. That's expensive. Everything's expensive. We're poor right now. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I went to go into the good old-fashioned thingamabob here. Mission control. One more thing before we quit. Let's do this test the swivel at the launch site. Alright, so let's come here. We will do a nice little probodobodine and the swivel engine. I don't know if we need a fuel tank. We'll put one on it regardless. Swivel. There we go. And then, do we have any kind of legs on this bad boy? Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. The legs aren't going to be long enough to supplement the rocket there. That's fine. We're gonna go out on the launch pad on this bad boy, and let's see if we can click the test to test the engine, or if we have to fly it up in the air. If we have to fly it, I probably should have parachuted on it. Put a parachute on it. Let's run a test. Did that work? Yes, it did. Tested at the test site. Complete. Awesome. Extra 4,300 space bucks. Curb bucks. Curb dollars. Credits. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed this first episode. If you did, throw me some likes, leave me some comments, and next time we will build another rocket to go into orbit and hopefully get some science in orbit and all the other good stuff that we like to do. So thanks for watching. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.